What's up, everybody? It's your boy C. Sims, and this is That Comic Show. Alright, Eternals is in theaters. Critics have an opinion about it. Audience have a different opinion about it. I am not a critic, or not a professional critic, but I am an audience. So I'm going to tell you what I thought about this incredible movie. First off, Marvel is stepping into a brand new game. Now, Marvel has always been about the stories that grip you as an audience member, right? Because they tell about earthbound stories, stuff that goes on right here on Earth. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the Avengers in New York. You know, all those different things happen right here on Earth. So we get that. Then you get Thor. Thor kind of touches on to the cosmic realm, space. Then you get Guardians of the Galaxy, further on in space. This time you're getting something even better. The cosmic universe. I've been waiting for a cosmic story for a very, very long time with Marvel. And Marvel is finally stepping into that comic story, that cosmic story. Now, we have so many different entities that we have yet to see and yet to even discover. And we are starting with the Celestials. Now, the first time we saw the Celestials, we saw them in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, when the Collector was talking to the team about the Celestials. You see the one Celestial with the Power Stone mowing down an entire planet. All right, that was just a little taste, and that was years ago. Now we're getting an actual look of actual Celestials in this movie, Eternals. But let's get into the movie. The movie starts off with basically telling you what are the Eternals, who are the Celestials, what are the Deviants. All these different things are going on at the same time, but the pacing of this movie is so well put together. It literally goes from flashback to present day, flashback to present day. And I love the fact that they just don't throw you into a flashback without you even knowing that it's a flashback. They let you know, yeah, they're in Athens. They are in different parts in history. And you see these different Eternals and all the different powers that they have. And these powers were there to help protect them from Deviants and also to help mankind become what they are and who they are today. And that's exactly what we got. I love the fact that we didn't get a lot of nuances or any type of mentions to what's going on here on Earth. They make one little mention about, obviously, the snap. They make another mention of the Avengers, obviously. And then that's it. There was a little throwaway line that some people may not have mentioned, and this might be a spoiler, but one of the Eternals actually said that either it was Odin or Thor used to follow him around and everything like that when they were a kid. That's crazy. So, what is the point of this movie? What are the villains? Honestly, there's not a lot of villains in this movie. In fact, I would go even further to say that there are no villains in this movie. Everything in this movie is a cause and effect. So the Deviants that are essentially the bad guys, they look bad, are simply trying to survive. They were created for a purpose. Their purpose was to drive mankind to be creative and to be better. But during that process, they ended up attacking mankind in a very bad way. So that's why the Eternals came to stop them from attacking mankind so mankind can thrive and become intelligent, to awaken another Celestial to then destroy the planet. It's the beginning and the end. That's basically it. So basically, the Celestials are playing the role of God in a way, where they bring life, and then at some point there has to be an end to life. That's basically what is happening right now. And I love the fact that they took the time to explain why it's happening. And even though it was a little conversation, it made all the sense in the world. These snaps that the Avengers did along with Thanos took away the population from the Earth. And then during that 5 years, the Earth continued to populate. And then 5 years when the snap came, the Earth was given back the people that disappeared before. So there is more people on the Earth. And then there's more people in the universe, which started the emergence. The emergence is of a Celestial that is still sleeping, that is dormant, that is fully grown. And now it is about to awaken. And this Celestial is I don't know what to call it. He's living in the core, and he's small. But as he starts to emerge, you start to see the hands emerge from the world, and then the head starts to emerge. So you just have an idea of, man, these Celestials are gigantic in size. And when you look at the head, the main Celestial, you see that he is huge. He is literally holding the earth in the palm of his hand. That's how huge we're talking. That is something that you have never seen in any other comic book movie. Now, we had a chance to see that in Fantastic Four with Galactus. And we got a big smoke cloud. What other movie can you really think of that you get to see these gigantic, big, armored machines, godlike creature? It's crazy. The actors are playing the role to the T. We have our first gay couple in the MCU. I think that's awesome. Progression, progressive movement forward. That's where we are right now. We have a lot of there was a lot of cool things in this movie, and I'm trying my best not to spoil it, obviously. But there was this one part in the movie, two parts actually, where they make mention to DC. And I thought that was pretty weird, because they make a mention to Alfred and Batman, and then they made a mention to Superman. And you never see that in a Marvel movie that they mention DC. It's kind of like that, that invisible wall, between mentioning the universe or mentioning the other company. But this movie took itself so beyond that type of, notion that it just threw those names in there like it was nothing. Now, I don't know if there's going to be any, backlash because of that, but I know a lot of DC fans are a little bit upset and tight, and I could tell why. This movie literally showed you how to do a Superman. And they showed you how to do a Superman that is now unhinged, or a Superman that turns bad, not as a nightmare scene or a potential flashback or something. Not in a flashback, but a nightmare or a dream. It was real. This Superman was conflicted, and I love the fact that his name was Icarus, by the way. I love the fact that he was conflicted because he loved the planet, he loved the people to an extent. He loved his fellow Eternals, but he is devoted to the Celestials. So in his mind, what he was doing was right. Sounds a lot like Injustice. And literally Marvel did an Injustice movie or an Injustice themed movie, before Injustice even came out or will ever come out. And I can see why people will be a little upset about that. But then again, maybe I'm just speculating. Maybe I'm just going off the deep end. But this movie was really, really good when it comes to that. When it comes to the ending of the movie, it was like, all right, I was kind of sitting there guessing, are they actually going to stop this emergence from happening? Maybe the Earth is going to destroy, and maybe we find out that this is a different Earth from a different time. We're in this multiverse right now, so I'm thinking that, at the end, it's going to be done. But, the good guys prevail. They stop everything. Spoiler alert, they stop everything. But the end of the movie, the last 5 minutes of the movie was really, really good. Really, really good. So please, stay to the end of the movie. There's 2 after credit scenes. Both of those scenes are really, really good. One of the scenes talk about Thanos. And I love the fact that Marvel is finally introducing characters that are different from what we know. They're introducing characters that are deep cuts in the actual comic book. So you really got to know your characters to know who these characters are. Because if you don't, you're going to be looking at them like, what? Who is this person? And which that's good. That's what Marvel does. It makes you want to now go home and do your research. And that's what you should be doing. Now, spoilers. This hand is emerging from the planet, and parts of this head is stuck in the planet as well. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. What's gonna happen because of this emergence. There's a lot of unanswered questions, to be quite honest with you. One of those questions is, what are they gonna do with this thing that's sticking out of the planet? Is the planet gonna continue to rotate? Did this just create like massive landmass? I don't know. Who knows? Remember, there is a celestial head that is severed in space somewhere. So who knows what this could be? At the end of this, the Eternals that were still on Earth, the head Celestial came and said, hey, y'all stopped the process. Y'all got to answer for your crimes. Because this was a crime against nature. You got to answer to that. So they're going to answer to that. And who knows what's going to happen when they come back. But it's good to know that Eternals will return. There will be another Eternals movie, obviously. Who knows where that movie is going to lead. There's a lot of stuff going on in the MCU right now. We're in the middle of a multiversal war that's on the horizon. We have a lot of stuff going on with the multiverse. And now we have stuff going on with the Celestials. Who knows where we're going to go? All I know is that this movie is an incredible movie. I had a great time watching it. Totally different from any other Marvel movie, and it should be. It should be. It's been 11 years now. Marvel has been telling similar stories in their property. It's time to start telling new stories. It's time to start creating new characters. It is time. Long are the days of the Iron Mans and the Captain Americas. That is not important anymore. We are on a different scale. We are on a different level. We've just been upgraded, and Marvel just upgraded you. All right, I'm gonna give this movie an 11 out of 10. Yes, you heard me right. I had a great time. I had a great time with this movie. I hope you guys who have seen the movie had a great time. And if you're on the fence, and if you're just going through the universe of YouTube and you're trying to figure out whether you should go see it or not, I hope you fall on this one and you see that you should go and see this movie. The movie was fun. The movie was exciting. So I hope you enjoy the movie. I hope you be able to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Click the notification button, all that great stuff, because we're in a new stage, in a new era. And I'm so excited and I'm so pumped. Great job, Marvel, on a great movie. Excellent director, young director who brought this to us. Marvel is doing it and still doing it till this day. Well, until then, this is your boy Sam's. This is That Comic Show. Peace. Sam's out.